Yeah, the OK program it's a law enforcement-based mentoring program for black males between the ages of 12 and 18. It was a program that was started in 1990, actually in California. Retired Sheriff's Deputy Mr. Donald Northcross, who is originally from Arkansas but lives in California now. Got tired of seeing black boys killing black boys, man, and he come up with the concept of mentoring, you know, the young boys themselves. He retired from his sheriff's job in California and started the program from there, going into schools, recruiting kids, or getting teachers to refer kids to him, and it started that way, man. And right now we have affiliates across the country, different states, Little Rock, Arkansas, Oakland, California, Monroe, Louisiana, Kansas City, Kansas, Omaha, Nebraska. And so those are other affiliates that we have that's across the country that's doing what we do. I've had a tremendous success, you know, with these young men. Currently have about 225 black males enrolled. I may have 70 and that's committed each Saturday to come out, you know, listen to the discussion that we have. It wasn't easy at first because, you know, recruiting black men to mentor black boys, even from a police officer perspective, getting those guys to come in and do the work and stay is a tough job because a lot of guys don't see themselves as doing this kind of work or committed to doing this kind of work. Social work, you know, and that's what we do as police officers, in my opinion. And so it's been tough getting officers committed to doing this kind of work, but the mentors as well. You know, I have some committed men, but I've trained over 100 men since I've been here to get this program going. But we're having some moderate success, and I'm proud that people are beginning to know who we are here in the city. To honestly tell you, this has been a part of what I've been doing since I've been a police officer. I just didn't know I was doing the OK program. Being a public servant, being a lover of people, has allowed me to do this job effectively. So I can't think of any particular point. I just realized, you know, when I started embracing these young boys and getting to know not only the boys but their families, and I was determined then to stick and stay. When you realize that a lot of these young men, they'll have father figures in their homes, and sometimes they have mothers cracked out, and you go to the homes and visit, you see the living conditions, and you know then they really need you to stay in their lives. So I think those home visits are what's crucial to me and make me realize that I need to continue to be in these boys' lives, show them a better way. It doesn't cost anything, it's a free program. All the parents are required to do is fill out the application process, and we'll take it from there. Have one young man I recall vividly who's still in the police as junior at a local high school here. His dad was murdered about 3 years ago, and we were actually getting ready to go on an end-of-the-year trip when this violence occurred in his family. And I remember talking to his mom on the phone and asking her if she, you know, wanted him to stay or go on the trip. And she was adamant about he should continue to go on the trip with us. And at that time, we actually was going to Atlanta to visit the King Museum and talk about nonviolence. And at that time, I was at a hotel, and I pulled a little kid outside, and I began to talk to him about what had happened to his dad, and asked him how he felt about it. Then I also asked him what he felt, how he felt about the man that murdered his dad. His response to me was that he just felt like people should get along. He expressed no anger against this man or resentment, even at his age, man, and it really shocked and surprised me. Well, when we returned to Little Rock that following day, he was able to go to a local park who was memorializing his dad, and to talk about that event and that experience in Atlanta, and talked about how he wanted people to get along, man. So I remember that real vividly. And this kid has maintained a 4.0 grade point average. Yeah, in spite of all of that. You know, there's another kid, his mother was murdered when he was 5. He watched his daddy shoot a man down about 1.5 years ago. So he witnessed violence firsthand, and never met his mom, but saw his dad kill a man and go to prison. But this kid, you know, he has ups and downs, but we stick and stay with him, and you know, he still struggled some. He ended up going to Youth Challenge, got his GED. Now he's currently getting ready to go, you know, to go to college. You know, so you think about those kinds of stories, and these guys, young men, they have no real reason to be motivated about anything, particularly when you see the element of violence they see on a daily basis. You know, and so it's kind of tough. But when you see guys like that, even if it's 1 or 2, you still think you're making a difference, man. So it matters. Yeah. And, I know I get excited when I see and notice the achievement of these young men. I get excited when I get to go to their homes and their mother proud about what they're doing, and telling their mom that I'm proud to have their son in our program. And so those moments that show up keep me inspired. If I had to sum it up, I would want them to say that I was a father that they never had. I showed them what being a real man was like, you know. I taught them and showed them what respect was. And most importantly, loving themselves. That would be it.